Well, Oduoye is the former PDP governorship aspirant of Osun State. He joins us live from our Lagos studio. Kayode, glad to have you join us.
Yeah, thank you, Ndi. How are you doing?
I'm good. Fantastic. Well, the Osun government is insisting there is no fraud. Instead, accuses the firm, Sally Tibot, of professional misconduct, that they exaggerated figures to make more money.
Well, the truth about this is this. I describe this act as financial terrorism. This is financial terrorism on the Commonwealth of Osun people. And the reality and the truth of what we see playing out is that this same government is surrounded by political scavengers who have nothing doing, but their main goal is just to loot the treasury of the state. Otherwise, common sense would tell anyone that you will not engage a company that will definitely put you to ruins if you know that the company will expose your nefarious acts. Now, looking at it, it was this same administration that engaged this company. And when this Sally Tibot went about for what they were engaged for, auditing the firm, auditing the payroll of the public workers, what they discovered is highly embarrassing. That a government that is trusted with the wealth, with the treasury, with the commonwealth of the people, will go about siphoning, will go about committing all sorts of financial impropriety against the people of Osun. So the expose that we see is to just give us an inclination that there's more to it than what we have just seen. This is just 1 year auditing. And if we can have over $1 billion in a year, and in a month, and in 1 year, you have about 13.7 billion as funds being siphoned, as funds being taken out of the treasuries of Osun. Osun is then definitely bleeding heavily. And I hope that as we have cried out, as we are calling on anti-graft agencies, the EFCC, the ICPC, the NFIU, they should wake up to their responsibilities and rescue the state. The president has done so much by giving so much to the states from what we see as what comes out from the removal of the fuel subsidy. But it was not, and it is still not the intention of the president and this present administration led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that this money is being given to states and local governments by siphon, but taken into private pockets. It is highly embarrassing, shameful, all right. And I think the only thing that is left for us to do, apart from asking the anti-graft agencies coming out to investigate and prosecute all those who are involved in this heinous crime, is also to enlighten the Osun indigenes to come out and vote these marauders out of government.
All right, Kayode, well, this is your word against the government of Osun, who, of course, we're going to bring in later just to balance the two sides and also hear their own side of the story. Well, this is your own side of the story. The government says 1,316 workers remain unverified. They argue that those flagged by the firm are legitimate employees.
Sorry, can you come again? I didn't hear that.
The government says only 1,316 workers are yet to be verified, arguing that those flagged by the firm, Tibot, are legitimate bona fide employees. So in other words, they have no case.
No, that's not true. We all know that in the eras that we are in right now, science plays a major role in defining and setting a pace for research. And we find out that this company that was engaged embarked on a 12-month exercise. And it was this same administration of Demola Adeleke that provided the data to work with. They did not manufacture figures from Lagos anywhere. Sally Tibot came to Osun, you gave them an assignment, you gave them the platform to work, and they discovered the heinous crimes you've committed, the financial fraud. The reason why they're having a problem is they cannot come forth to implement that because they'll definitely end up in jail. We've only seen 1 year exercise. So whatever you see that the state government is saying now is an afterthought and an attempt to also cover up these fraudulent activities and recklessness they've committed against Osun people.
Yeah, but then, Kayode...
It was not the Osun people that engaged them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, please.
Exactly where I'm coming to now. It begs the issue, or begs the question, rather, if the government wanted to cover up what you're describing now as heinous against the Osun people, would they have in the first instance employed or contracted, rather, Tibot to go on this exercise? It begs the question, really.
They did so with the aim of throwing out charms. You know, they inherited charms, and charms happens to be a platform that the previous government have used in sorting out payment of salaries of workers and also that of retirees. But because of their hidden agenda, the game to commit financial recklessness and fraud, so their thought was to bring in another platform. Unfortunately, this platform, because of their own past records, could not get compromised. Otherwise, why would you engage a firm, pay the firm did what they should do and came out with a record and you failed to implement? I mean, this same firm, I believe, like every other company, just from the report that was submitted by this firm, said it went through the rigors and pains of presentations and all that they have to do. And at the end of the day, they won the bid. And you engage them. So if you know you're not ready for your rum to be exposed, then don't raise your skirts up. So they raised their skirts up and their rums were exposed. And that's why they failed at that point to implement. So they never saw that coming. Because what they just thought was that the report was likely going to just end at just like the usual papers they normally have, and then they dump it and they go ahead. But this company, because of the integrity that they stand for, what they are known for, they are insisting, please, implement the recommendation so you can stop this financial recklessness. That's where they have the issue. Implement it. So if they know that their ROMs are going to open up, they will not do that indeed. That's just the issue.
I love the way you phrased that they raise their skirts up. Well, they will come here. Men don't wear skirts anyway. But I know what you mean.
They do now. If you've not, the Scottish do that anyway. Let's go ahead.
Yes, I was going to talk about Scottish people. Now you raised a question, the question of integrity. The firm is threatening to bring in EFCC and ICPC on the matter for impinging on its integrity. That is the firm. What's your sense of what the firm is saying about bringing in the EFCC or the ICPC to look into this matter?
The truth about it is we need to have the anti-graft agencies come in now because they are better equipped with forensic capacity to investigate, verify, and then authenticate whatever has been done. If the state government has come forth to say that what the company that they have themselves engaged, that has carried out research, that's done a thorough work, and are submitted, if they say they have an issue with that, and the result of what the auditing firm came out with is damning on them. You and I know that they will not want to adopt that. So the only way to resolve this is to ask the anti-graft agencies to come in. The FCC will come in, the ICPC should come in, the NFIU also should come in. When all these agencies come in, they'll be able to unravel and expose far more than what the report only can show. That I can assure you. Because you have cases where monies are being transferred, and you and I know that anything transferable is traceable. One of the good things about it was that cash were not taken out from the office of the accountant general or finance commissioner or whatever. So They were being smart, but just being half smart and whole stupid. And there's no way you have this level of recklessness that won't leave traces. So for the sake of the good people of Osun, these anti-graft agencies have to come in, they have to investigate, and I'm sure definitely their report will be made public. And the only thing is that we just have to advise them, they should be getting ready.
All right.
Getting ready to finish their tenure and end up in jail like others.
All right, Kayode Oduoye, former PDP governorship aspirant, Osun State, thank you for being on Newsnight.